Aloha everybody, this is King Kapuka Kapono here. A little while back in one of our catch and cooks, somebody asked me to make a quick tutorial video on how to clean a fish, so this is that video. We just caught this fish. It's a ring-tailed wrasse, but figured it's a pretty good size just to do a tutorial on how to clean one. After I caught it, I gave it a quick stab to the brain. That is one of the more humane ways to kill a fish. That, or you can put it in a cooler and pretty much just chill it really quick with some ice water. But in my opinion, if you just one stab to the brain, it's real quick. Yeah, it's humane, it's just done really quick, and then you might see it doing a little bit of twitching or anything, but that's just the muscle spasms that are left over after a quick kill. So the things you're gonna need to clean a fish, all you really need is a knife. So this is actually brought a staff's knife. We're down here fishing right now, but I figured it's a good time just to make a quick tutorial video. As long as I had a fish and I was cleaning it anyway, I might as well answer that question. So what you need, a knife. You can use a spoon or something if you want to scale it. I prefer just to use a sharp knife. It seems to be the quickest and easiest way in my opinion. Step one, to clean a fish, clean it where you caught it. You're not gonna have to deal with any of the guts or anything afterwards, and all the remains are just gonna go back into the ocean to feed something else, or the lake or river or wherever you might be. If you don't do that and you're already home, another good thing to do with the guts instead of throwing it away is to put it directly into the soil. So bury it by a plant that you like or you're gonna grow, and it'll put all those nutrients back into the environment. Okay, got your knife, killed your fish. What you're gonna do next is just descale it. So all fish for the main part have scales in one fashion or another. You don't want to eat those, so what you do is you take them off really simply just by taking that sharp knife, that spoon or whatever, and then going from the back of the fish forward, and that motion will take the scales off. If you're using a knife, you got to be really careful with this part because it's sharp. You don't want to cut yourself. I like to kind of sit on the side of the fish, hold it by its tail, and then from the back forward, you're just gonna scrape the scales off. You don't want to cut the fish or anything, you just want to scrape the scales off. Really easy, quite simple. This fish has really big scales, so it's pretty easy to scale. If you're scaling it and you notice scales are flying into your face, it's probably because you're doing it from backwards to a forward motion. You might think that, you know, you're pushing the scales away, but what actually happens is that when they come off, they flick back into your face. So if you're gonna scale it from the side or scale it towards your body, and you're gonna get a lot less scales on you. Again, for this part, if you're not used to cleaning fish, probably start with a spoon. This makes it a lot easier and it's a lot safer because you're not gonna have to worry about cutting yourself. Okay, so scale side number one. Make sure you get all the scales up here along the top, on the bottom, on the sides. Over here on this top portion, there's gonna be scales. You wanna get those. In the back by the tail, there's gonna be scales. You're gonna get those. On the bottom, there's gonna be scales. You're gonna get those. And you really wanna make sure these are gone because you're gonna have to cut the fish open, and if those scales are there, they're just gonna be in your way. When you start getting a bunch on your knife, spoon, whatever, clean it off. Rinse your fish as you go, especially for a slimy guy like this. This guy's just a slime ball. So you got that, you got the top, get the bottom, get the second side. Oh, I think someone hooked up over there. You got another one! Hoggy. Oh, Hoggy! So I'll start at the back, going forward. Sorry, this guy's going all over the place. He's probably one of the slimiest fishes that you can scale. Most of them are gonna be easier than this. But, you know, want that good fish and they take him right out of the ocean, he's probably gonna be slimy. Boom, hitting those scales. If you're using a knife, preferably you're not doing it like I'm at rocks, because if you mess up, you don't want to dull your knife, but I'm just trying to be careful and not do that. Do it on like the sand. Do it on cutting board, something like that. Or if you don't have anything to work with, right here on the rocks. Man, this is a way slimier fish than most of the fishes are here. Wash some of that off. If you clean your fish right after you catch it, too, It's just tastier, in my opinion. It's not going to be... Basically, the whole purpose of cleaning a fish is to get all the stuff you don't want to eat off of the fish. So the guts, the intestines, the gills, all these scales. You don't want to just let your fish stew in all of its innards while you're waiting to eat it. Okay, go over it once more. Just make sure you got all those weird, hard to get scales. You can feel it. This one's good to go. Wash it off really well before you get to this next part, which is going to be removing all of the guts, the gills and such. Some people like to leave the head on when they clean their fish. In Hawaii, we have something called ciguataria, and a lot of the cigutoxin, which will give you ciguataria, lives in the head and the guts. So I always cut the head off of my fish when it's a reef fish. Your choice though. Okay, next step, we're gonna cut it open. Start at the base of the anal duct, right down here. Make a small incision, and then cut forward on the fish. So we're cutting forward. When you get to this part here, these bottom fins, there's a small bone right underneath here, so that's probably the hardest part to cut. And while you're doing this, you really want to try not to go deep. The whole rationale is that you're trying to keep the guts and the innards of the guts from spoiling your fish by getting on it. So if you cut shallower, you're better off. When you get to this, I kind of like to do a rocking motion. Boom, so that rocking motion, you can just kind of slowly work your way. After you cut through that, cut all the way up until you get through all of this part here and up to the mouth. Boom, okay. So if you look inside here, you'll see that that flesh goes as a straight line straight up, and it connects up here. You want to cut all the way through there so that you can open it all the way up. And for this last little bit, you can grab it and just kind of whoop, pop open this part right here. Boom. This one has a really strong tendon. Bang, okay. Now he's opened up like that. If you wanted to keep the head, this is the part where you would take the gills like this, grab them as one unit, remove them from the base of the mouth, and if you grab them and pull them, you can take the guts and everything out in one nice chunk. So I got that. Grab it, pull it, boom, everything comes out as one. Easiest way to get rid of that. Throw it into the ocean, river, what have you. Now you take the rest of this stuff out, gonads, whatever's hanging out in there. Clean all of that out. This part on the top here is the air bladder. I like to remove that as well. Just get rid of that. You're not going to eat it. No point in having a little bit of extra chewy stuff in there. And then boom. You really want to just get everything out. If it's fresh like it is now, you can take this time to squeeze some of the blood out, which is typically just kind of makes your fish taste a little weirder. You don't want that. Okay, if you were going to keep your head on, this is the part where you would be done. Your fish is cherry. But in my case, I'm removing the head. So what I would have normally done is skip the portion where I remove the gills from the top of the mouth here, and I would just cut the head off and then remove everything as one unit. So we cut the head off, you start at the base under this gill plate, cut up halfway. All right, that half is cut. Flip it over. Same thing, under the gill plate at the base, cutting forward towards the top of the head. There, you don't need to cut through this last part right here. You can just pop, pull it, comes right off. Now the head's off, fish is clean. You can toss the head with the guts back for stuff to eat later. And you're pretty much good to go at this point. This fish is clean. See, all the guts are gone. You got everything out of there. Take another look, make sure everything's gone. And then rinse it really well one last time, just in case you happen to nick anything in the gut cavity. You can just rinse it really well. And now it's gonna be good to go. And that's all there is to it, guys. This is basically how you would clean a small reef fish, how you would clean any small fish. You're not gonna probably fillet something this size. There's no point. There's not enough meat to get a good fillet. So you wanna do is just clean it like I just did. And now you've got some nice delicious meat that you just caught ready to go, ready to eat. And you don't have to take care of it when you're home because you just got it done at the ocean or the beach or the wherever you're at. That's it. All right, guys, hope that helped a few of you out. Let me know if you like to do it a different way, if you have any methods of something that you might think I can improve on. Always learning, so I'd be happy to hear from you. I'm gonna go home and eat this now, get a little bit more fishing in, and just be stoked. Right on, everybody. Mahalo for watching. Till the next one. Doo-doosh.